Okay, hello everyone, welcome to my presentation, and my name is Jiang Runqi. And here is the content of my presentation. First, we'd like to talk about the two painting, and we need to compare them. And let's talk about the first painting. This painting is drawn by the Moonlight Clouds, and the name of the painting is Impression Sunrise, and here is a French name, and it was in 1872, and here is some basic information about this painting. And then it is not difficult. We can know that it is a landscape with fine art, and from my perspective, I think the style is naturalistic style. And then we need to do some detailed information. And we can know that there is a port of Le Havre at sunrise, and how can we know it is the sunrise? Because we can see the secondary red color in the background. And here are three small robots here, and here is a red sun, and the painter used a red-orange cycle to show it. And in the left side of this painting, here are clippers ships with tall masts, and the right side is also the masts and the chimneys. The painter uses the thick line and the math line to show the scenes. And then we need to talk about how the painting influenced the society. And following the defeat of French in the French-Prussian War of 1870, the regeneration of French was exemplified in the stream port of Le Havre. And art historian Paul Tucker suggests that the contrast of the elements like the steamboats and the cranes in the background and to the fishermen in the foreground represent these political implications. And Monet may have seen the painting of a highly commercial sites as an answer to the post-war calls for patriotic action and art that could hit. And for a while, it is a poem of light and atmosphere. The painting can also be seen as an ode to the power and beauty of the revitalized France. And the representation of Le Havre, hometown of Monet, and a center of industry and commercial, celebrates the renewed strength and the beauty of the country. And Monet's ultimate opinion statements, art demonstrates France's realization, and Monet's deception of Le Havre's sunrise mirrors the renewal of France. And that's all the research about the first painting. Let's move to the second painting. The second painting is drawn by Joaquin, and the name is Spin Author Liquid, it was in 1991, and here is also some basic information. And okay, we can know that it is a portrait with also the fan art, and I think the style is also naturalistic style. And then because the painting is much more clearly, so I won't use the arrow. So we can see there is an old woman in this painting, and why we know he's old, because we can see his wrinkles on his face and his gray hair, and we can know that he has a big chest. And why we can see the big chest, because he's naked. And in this painting we can see his head and shoulder, and I think our view is a 3/4 view. And then we also do some research about how this painting influenced the society. The painter Jiang have said that the one thing I can do is make a fairly convincing fantasy of happiness. It doesn't mean that I'm happy or the painter isn't creepy, but good melancholy comes from a short joy, which is another word to describe the parenthood or marriage or being alive. And Judge Green used classic painting technique to portray highly charged social and sexual taboos with inspiration as differs as old master portraits and pin-ups and pornographies and B-movies, and the paints additional challenge provides images of women from lusty reason to door metros, and constant throughout his work is search for the point of which the beautiful and the gross are held in a perfect balance. And then after talk about the two painting, let's do the compare. And about the knife, I think the first painting and the second painting both most use the curved knife, and in the first painting we can know that the knife is very mess, and I think the painter is use such kinds of knife to describe the objectives. And about the value, the first painting is dark while the second is much light. And about the color, the first painting most use a cool color while the second painting most use a warm color. And I think the color in the first painting is analogous. And then from my perspective, I think the first painting have emphasis that the sun, because I think the first attract attention in this painting is the sun, and we can say that here is a balance between the sun and the robots. I think the sun is in the dominant form, and the robots is the subdominate. And about the second painting, and I think the woman has a very good proportion. So we can know that it is a good show of a woman. And here is also a balance about the woman about and the whole painting is just like photos. And that's all of the presentation, and here is a reference. And thank you for your watching, and that's all.